lovelies, and welcome back to this corner of the internet. I'm your girl PrincessSaphrae, and today I want to go over a few tips and tricks for those who are new to playing Dead by Daylight. If you are coming in here and you have played a little bit yourself, you might think these are common sense. These were not common sense to me. Common sense to you might not be common sense to everybody, so let's be respectful of that. I am simply here to share some tips and tricks because I want to help y'all really get into Dead by Daylight and enjoy it, and it can be a little bit daunting and intimidating as a first-time player. So without further ado, let's get on into some tips and tricks. Okay, starting off with number one. There will be things that you will see in every single map called totems. There's a pretty easy way to distinguish whether they are good or bad, and I'm talking about this from a survivor perspective. If you are a survivor and it is blue, it is good. It means it is trying to help you in some capacity. Somebody has essentially buffed it to help. However, if it is an orangey sort of red color, it is bad. It is a buff for the killer. In the same way that if you're playing killer, you want to see your nice little orange thing go off, but you don't want to see any blue. You want to stomp and kick and get rid of that blue. So if you're a survivor, blue is good. If you're a killer, red is good, or orange is good in terms of totems. Number two, if you happen to be like me who plays a lot of third-person view games and isn't very used to having to play something in first person, it can be really intimidating to take on the task of playing killer because of that first-person perspective. With that in mind, I do recommend playing certain killers that can kind of give you a little bit of lenience towards learning how to play the game and kind of getting used to that point of view without feeling like it really dampers your experience as a killer and really hinders your ability to play killer to a successful level. So in terms of a killer, I would recommend playing a killer like Michael Myers because he does not have a terror radius, so you can learn the map while not feeling like you are kind of messing up the round essentially. You can learn the map, take it a bit slower, and still be able to successfully creep up behind survivors and get them because they just won't see or hear you coming. In terms of killers, I would also recommend Mr. Bing Bong, Mr. Invisible Man for kind of the same reason. You can be completely invisible, running across the map, and just come out when it's time to actually chase killer or to chase survivors. So it's just an opportunity for you to, again, learn the maps, learn how to navigate them, and not feel the pressure of like survivors looking at you and being like, oh, they don't know what they're doing. Well, they will be able to see you to see that you're not knowing what you're doing. Okay, so it's a nice way to just easy breezy get into killer without feeling a ton of pressure. At least that was my experience. Maybe I'll have some other killers that you think will be more beneficial for that kind of idea, but that would be my suggestion there for first-time killers. Okay, on to number three. This is honestly probably the most embarrassing one because it took me the longest, and it shouldn't have because I run a generator build every single time I play Survivor, but generators actually will visually show you how much progress they have respectfully. So there are four little like knobs at the top, and they'll kind of go up and down respectfully as you complete 25%, 50%, 75%, 100% of generators. So if you're going up to a generator and you're only seeing the first one kind of go up, you're only at about 25 or less percent completion for that generator, and so on and so forth with the four respectful little valves or nozzles or whatever you call them. I'm not very good with that sort of realm of technology, so don't mind me, but it is a way for you to just see what's going on. Maybe you'll want to prioritize generators that are extra close to being done so you can finish them off really quickly and bolt away to hopefully not be seen by killers. But it is just nice to know that generators do show you, so even if you're at a distance looking at it, you can get a gauge as to how far along the generator is. I never knew that. I really did not notice that behavior until probably a year and a half in. I'm just being honest. So again, common sense, not common to everybody. That's why I'm sharing these tips for y'all. And on to number four. Okay, so what you might see when you are queuing up as a survivor is you'll see some characters and you might not recognize their names. You're like, well, this isn't a Dead by Daylight character. I've never seen this character before. They've never been announced before. Some characters that you will see are actually just skins of other characters. For example, Alan Wake has a skin where you can play a character from the Alan Wake game that is not him, I believe her name is Nancy. It's been a little bit since I played Alan Wake, so I'm a little bit off there, but I believe her name is Nancy and she is the diner girl. But just that is one example of many. So if you do see a character and you're like, I don't know this character, I don't recognize this character, it is probably a legendary skin that you can buy in the shop to play a different character under that, you know, branch. So that's why Alan Wake will have other characters from the Alan Wake series, and you'll see that with, I think Resident Evil has a few of those special hidden characters as legendary skins of the characters that they have released with their particular collection. So I would just kind of look there and see, but if you are feeling confused, it probably is not you. Just check the skin section and confirm that it is not a character that maybe you don't already have for just not having like the main character is a specific legendary skin that you do have to purchase. Alright, well that is all for tips and tricks today. I know there are only a few tips and tricks. I wanted to keep this lighthearted and fun. If you would like to hear some more tips and tricks, please let me know. I am no expert, but I do have about 200 hours in the game, so I have learned something or another, so I would be happy to share some more tips for Survivor. I am working on just playing more killers, so hopefully I'll be able to have some more tips and tricks for that in the near future. If you would like to check out other Dead by Daylight videos, I do have a few. I will keep them up somewhere in one of these corners so y'all can go and check it out. I do have a Generator Rush build that I've been sharing with y'all because it is my go-to, it is my girly pop, and I also have a video of me playing killers for the first time while also helping you fall asleep. So feel free to check those out, but thank you for spending time in this corner of the internet. If you want to see more of content over here, I post on Fridays at 10 a.m. EST in long form, along with shorts throughout the week. So multiple ways to see me, and I also stream on Twitch, so please check me out at PrincessSaphrae on Twitch. I'm usually live Fridays or Saturdays in the afternoon EST time, but I typically also try to do a stream on Monday or Wednesday as well. Anyways, that's all for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.